Hello there guys, Feng here, and welcome back to DDA. Okay then, so we're still running the same version as last episode. It's 2205. As far as I'm aware, the devs are pretty close to getting to a version 0.b, which will be absolutely superb once it comes out. There's been so many additions since the last stable version. It's just going to be phenomenal. It really is. And, you know, it's been really enjoyable discussing a lot of the new features and stuff since then. Anyways, enough about that. Let's crack on with what we're going to be doing this time around. So, I'm going to be doing something a wee bit unusual. Don't normally do this. But what we're going to do is we're going to firstly... I've bumped up the max trait points to 18 rather than 12. The main reason for this is I want a really, really weak character. Yeah. But it's going to be focused on range still. So we're going to focus on range, probably usually with guns or whatever. I haven't got wonder spawns on this time around. I've took them off for now. And I'm just scratching my beard as you do. Right, let's crack on. So we've got everything there. Yep. So we're going to pick a scenario this time. We are going to pick one that I have already played, which I know I said I wasn't going to, but I already have. We're going to play Sheltered. Now, Sheltered is a bit of an interesting one. I noticed a lot of people on the forum saying that this one is a wee bit OP, but it's kind of not. What it doesn't actually tell you on here, which obviously you'll find out pretty much as soon as we start, is that you start off in winter. So this is basically the same as the ambush time frame. Yeah. Now bearing in mind with ambush, you do start off with some decent clothing. You do start off with a crossbow as well, which is really cool. And you start off with kind of a mid-high tier melee weapon as well. And of course a mess kit, which is very invaluable. But yeah, with Sheltered you get +3 extra points for this, which is pretty cool. But you do get to start in an NMOE shelter, Last Man on Earth, which is pretty cool. Now you can actually start in another shelter. I haven't actually tried this one yet. I don't know if this is going to be the finger shelter, the NPC shelter. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pick this one anyway. We're going to see what this one actually rolls us in. Okay? So I didn't even realise that was there until literally just. I mean, I did do a recording, just realised I fucked up and then I had to stop. But I didn't notice that was there. So I figured, oh, you know what? I'm still going to make it a bit more satisfying. I'm going to pick something that I haven't rolled yet. So we're going to go with that. So, here's your professions, right? You got Sheltered Survivor and Survivor. Now you automatically get Sheltered Survivor. As you can see, you got access to basic skills. Yeah, 2 points in each. That's basically just to, I suppose, simulate that you've been reading a few books to help you survive. You know, you have been sheltered. You haven't seen the outside world for donkeys. And as you can see, you don't start off with brilliant survival gear at all. In fact, the only thing that's there that's probably worth anything is probably the multi-tool and the clean water, to be quite honest. You haven't got really much else apart from the standard survival stuff. But of course you can also have extended survival, which will give you an extra 4 points on top of that. That's cool. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go with the usual. But I'm not going to pick Trigger Happy, nor Poor in this time. We're going to go with Glassjaw, Forgetful, and Fragile. Yes, that means we're going to be extremely weak. As well, since we got Glassjaw, means our red is even weaker. Indeed. So yeah, we want to try and avoid combat unless needed. At least a melee anyway. I mean, we could still probably do decent range. So let's see what we can do here. So we've got weak sense. I'm going to pick that even though we haven't got Even though I haven't got wonder spawns on, I'm still going to pick them anyway. It's a decentish skill. We're going to pick all 3 of the quick traits, which is of course fleet-footed, quick, and parkour expert. We're going to go with night vision. I'm also going to pick my favourite Gourmand. Love that skill. And I think that's it for traits, maybe we'll come back to it in a bit. And then we're going to go pretty much all out on dex, all out on intelligence, and a bit more in perception. In fact, we might knock down the intelligence a little bit and put more perception in. I'm not going to worry too much about strength, especially as you can see our base HP is going to be 16. Wow. That's terrible. But I don't want to be a strengthy character this time. I want to be a small, quick, agile character that's decent at doing stuff, you know, decent at shooting and stuff. Now, the interesting thing about this is that we're not going to be starting in an LMOE shelter. Now, normally LMOE shelters do give you, they have usually got some weapon loot, like gun loot, which is pretty cool, especially if you're involving stuff like this. But because we're going to try a normal I'm assuming this is the NPC shelter, because I haven't showed you this yet, and I really want to show you this because it's really cool how it works now. So I'm hoping this is going to spawn us there. It might, for all I know, it might spawn us in a bloody evac shelter. I'm hoping it doesn't, yeah, because otherwise we're going to be a little bit fucked. So let's just see how this goes, yeah. Actually, no, do you know what? I don't want it to be randomly generated. Let's call it Fengferth. There we go. Sweet. Let's go with that. Bollocks! It's a fucking evac shelter. Ha ha. We're screwed. We're screwed. Okay, we're not necessarily screwed. There is a gun store right there. It's quite in now, so that could be a bit of a pain in the ass. Ooh, I haven't seen a gas station outside of a town for ages. Cool. I actually thought that stopped generating the gas stations on the outside of towns, which I thought was a bit silly, because that's when you normally would find gas stations at the edge of towns in random places, you know, where the highway is. So I'm glad it's still there. Okay, what else have we got here then? So we've got a bar, pizza, parlour, arcade, garage, houses. There is a sporting goods store there. If we're lucky, we might be able to hit up on some sort of bow or something. And that's actually one thing we might have to make, is a bow, because we're not gonna have anything ranged at all. God, this is terrible. If I'd have knew that, I would have spawned in the NOE shelter, but I suppose this makes it just that little bit more harder. So as you can see, it's winter, day 1. Oh, there's a winter coat there. That would be useful if it wasn't for the fact it encumbered the arms. God damn it. So yeah, we need to find warmth and fast, and that's going to be pretty damn difficult. And normally I wouldn't have this much of a problem with the LMA shelter, because you can basically live in there for quite a while, mainly due to the fact that there's already a stove there, and there's already going to be plenty of wood, because normally you're in a forested area, and plus there's tons of wood you can make inside anyway, just by bashing up tables and whatnot. So yeah, you can usually keep warm pretty well that way. There's usually a decent supply of clothing as well, which you can always rip up. I suppose we've got access to a few here, so that's not too bad. In fact, them wool socks could be extremely useful, actually. Those are quite warm. We'll put those on. I don't think... Is that going to encumber us completely? No, it's not. Okay, we'll keep the 2 pairs of socks on. At least that's our feet sorted. Not that I'm happy about that. Alright, there's a sweater here we can put on as well. Although, am we still wearing... We're already wearing a sweater. So this is probably going to encumber us. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that. We do have 2 to tailoring, so it's not all doom and gloom. We can possibly start making some warm stuff ASAP, but we do need something that has got some encumbrance holding, which unfortunately we don't seem to have anything down here. That's unfortunate, isn't it? Alright. Now, what I do want to check actually, is there a clothes store nearby? No. There is a ton of houses though. There is actually a few houses in this particular forested area. Those might be the best places to hook up first, actually. Oh, there's a mansion there. That's not a very... It's not a great idea though. Mansions don't tend to have too much clothing stuff, so... Alright, so we've got our jeans there. I'll just plop them there for 2 ticks. Now, have we got our fabrications 2? We don't have any fabrication yet? Shit. Okay. Well, looks like we're doing our old trick of... Oh, shit. You know, I just realised, don't you? I'm not going to be able to break any of this shit up. Not without a lot of force. Alright, let's just break one locker and then grab the pipe out of it and then start smashing everything else up. Yeah, we need a rock. I'm actually going to peek out the windows. See if there's anything outside. Oh, there looks like there's a cat there. Am I right in thinking it's a cat? It is a cat. Thankfully there's nothing else and there's actually quite a few rocks. So let's go ahead and... Oh god, it's snowing. I'm gonna catch a cold in this. Right. Now I'm actually gonna grab 1 rock, 2 rock. We might need more than that, but we should be okay for the time being. Now we don't have any survival as well, which is really bad, really. Really bad. It's even worse than really worse. It's worse and bad and bad and worse. Yeah, so that's great. Superb. At least we can smash one of these in now. Now we smash that in. I'm going to equip the pipe. Yep, that's fine. Just equip the pipe and then we can smash the stuff with the pipe, which should be a lot better than using a rock. As you can see, we're doing pretty well smashing stuff up with this. Now, we don't have an awful lot of strength. So, we want to be careful about using bladed weapons. For the main reason that it'll get stuck. Now, I've actually got killed a few weeks back because it took so long to try and yank the knife free. Or was it? I think it was a machete. I had to yank it free, but because it does take a bit of move to do that, it's enough time for the zombie to whack you one, and especially with the amount of health we've got, it's not worth it. It's not worth going into melee at all if we can help it. Especially since we have 0 dodge. Okay, so at least we've got a load of stuff in. Now we can go ahead and make a table. No, let's not make a table. Let's make a few improvised picks. So at least we can have... there we go. So we've got a bit of fabrication now. I've actually got some mechanics as well, so that's going to be quite handy for lockpicking. Obviously, it's going to be silent, a lot more silent than using the crowbar anyway. I'm going to need to make a wooden needle, which we can make straight away as well. But we did waste some materials doing that, which was not smart. It's actually taken a while to make this as well. Oh, at least we got it this time. Okay. But we don't have any string or anything, and I don't really want to... I don't want to risk tearing windows down, tearing the curtains down. Mind you, we have got weak scent, I guess. So maybe tearing down these side ones here might not be a bad idea. Or maybe these ones to the south. Yeah, these ones to the south might... Oh, there's a fucking spiderweb right there. Shit. Well, you know what? That's actually not... Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just tear down these curtains. That's fine. So that's going to give us a few sheets. It's also going to give us some long string, which is what we need to be able to deconstruct. So we'll disassemble that. We'll pick up all this up, and then we can dismantle that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Then we're going to pick this up, get it in the thread, stick the... Oh yeah, that's right. I put my needle over here, didn't I? My wooden needle. I was going to say bone needle then, but it's not a bone needle. There we go. Right. Now, obviously we can't really make anything just yet, but we can rip up these sheets. So let's go ahead. I do need to drop something. What's taking up my... Is that multi-tool? It's got 1 volume. At least it's got metal sawing. So actually, can I make a suppressor straight away? No, I can't. That's odd. Oh, I might need some firearms skill before I can make a suppressor. I just realised that. Alright, no big deal. No big deal. We'll just go ahead and drop our water, I guess, for now. Water. Oh, thing, don't put your bloody thread there. Put it in the bloody clothing section. There we go. Alright, so now we can take off the wooden needle, like so. And let's grab a sheet. We're going to cut that over here. Grab a multi-tool and cut up the sheet. Yes, I know I'm wearing it. Just cut it bloody up. There we go. And I'm actually just going to go and just do that. Make sure the rags go all the way over there. Sweet. Okay. So that should be enough rags to at least work with now. So let's see what we get. Now we haven't got no food. I know I'm leaving this a bit early. You know, a bit late. Fucking early. What am I on about? We're leaving a bit late to actually go and scavenge for food. But it's pointless scavenging for food when we don't even have anything to carry. So we desperately need a trench coat would be nice, but we don't seem to bloody be able to make them yet. We should be able to make some cargo shorts at least. So yeah, I'm gonna make some of those. Yeah, we're gonna put those on straight away. It's not an awful lot of space, but it's better than nothing. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's a bit more space. So now I can probably pick up the that bottle of water now, because we probably will need that soon. TM. I'm just looking what else we can make. I just realised we can't really make a throwing character either because we've got really low strength. That's going to be problematic. We really need to make sure that we don't get spotted by anything, because otherwise it's going to go completely tits up. Maybe a duffel bag would be ideal, because at the end of the day we're not going to focus on ranged or anything like that, but it does need a lot of rags, so I might need to go ahead and yeah, get some more. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, but we desperately need some more storage space, so I'm just actually wondering if I could just sew up my... yeah, I'm just going to sew up my clothes and try and get to the free tailoring that way. Or at least try to. There we go. Pair of sockies. Some t-shirts. Lovely, come on. Now we've just reached the hungry and first phase. That's not good. That's not good at all. Also, our main way to go was blocked by the fucking spider that's there. How's our tailoring now? 62. Still needs a little bit more, so let's go ahead and do these jeans as well. I can always cut these up once them done like that. So there we go. Let's cut these up. Multi-tool. Cut up some jeans into lots and lots of wags. 8 wags. Wags? What's a wag? It's a wag. It's a wag. Right. Do we have enough for... no, we don't. We can make a pouch, I guess, but... that's pointless. I should probably go ahead and make a cotton atom bandana, even though I could really do a balaclava, but we need survival for that, and that's one thing we don't really have at the moment, is survival. So let's go ahead and make those, then we can just craft. We can just sew these up. We might not have enough time to do it though, because yeah, our tailoring's still not quite there. Yeah, this is getting a bit dire. I might just go ahead and make a duffel bag and then just try and run as quick as possible to try and get to places. It's not ideal. It's winter boots. Oh, hang on, winter boots. They're encumbering. It's going to be difficult though to not find stuff that's encumbering that's also warm. Sweaters can't be ripped into any... bloody hell. So we might have to even... I could just rip down some more curtains. Let's go ahead and do that. Grab the sheet. sheet over here. I need to make a scarf as well. I wonder if we can use the sheet as a blanket. I mean, that would make sense, I guess, being able to use the sheet as a blanket, but I don't know if it's going to be warm enough for it to count as it. It could be, for all I know, but the only way to really tell is to actually go to sleep, and we don't want to go to sleep just yet. So, yeah. A bit pointless trying to do that. Okay, we've got 48 bags. That should now be enough to at least make the duffel bag. 40 bags. Now, there is going to be a chance of it fucking failing, and it has got an hour to complete. Oh boy, what? Yeah, it's already halfway through the day. It's took us this long already to try and get to this. I'm just thinking whether it's just going to be worthwhile to try and sew up some quick clothing. We could do some gloves anyway, so I'm just going to make some gloves up. See, really, what I want is for it to keep practice sewing, but it's not doing that. It keeps going straight to extra sturdy. That's the problem, I guess, trying to get your tailoring up. We've got a really low volume. I'm not happy with that. Right, let's drink some water. Oh shit. Let's drink the rest. That's it. Oh, okay, I couldn't quite finish it all. That was a bit silly, really. I've got a plastic bottle. Right. I'm going to go ahead and attempt it. We're going to go ahead and attempt the duffel bag. If I've got a duffel bag, at least I can try and get blankets from the houses and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm probably going to be really hungry. I'm just hoping it doesn't fail, because if it does, then I'm fucked. This is taking a while. Oh, yeah. Fuck. What's the grocery store nearby? Sort of. But the problem is it's near the gun store. I've got a feeling that's where all the bad Zeds are going to be. Let's try and make it again. What I could do, and what I'm going to try and do, I think, this might be the best idea, is to go under the guise of night. Oh no, it's not quite night time yet. Oh, let's just equip this. That's going to give us a shitload of things now. But we are quite quick. We are quite speedy. So, if I'm clever... me clever. So if we're quite clever about this, then we might be able to get away with maybe getting some stuff. I mean, if there's no Zeds around this particular area, then there's nothing stopping me from actually staying in one of the houses. You know, at the end of the day, I've not lost much coming out here like this, because we haven't got much in the evac shelter to begin with, except for a few rags and whatnot. In fact, I did bring my wooden needle out. There's no rags, but there's a good chance we'll find some clothing. But we've got to be careful of those giant spiders. Now, it looks like it didn't see me, which is good. Now, I'm taking it a bit slowly. I don't want to alert any Zeds. So we have to do a little peek here. Okay, so we've got a spitter right there by the look of it. There's a spitter and a spider web that's right there. Now, the spitter's going to be a problem to deal with. And it will probably see me from there. So, I'm just debating whether it's going to be... Is there anything around here? Looks like there's nothing around here as of yet. Please. No door there. Of course there's no door there. God damn it. Oh, it froze. It froze for some reason. I think I might have just broke it by trying to open the windows. No, it's fine. It's fine. We're not very happy though. We're not very happy at all. Oh shit. Okay, now this is going to be problematic. Is there a 2x4 anywhere? So the thing is, I don't want to... That spider's right there. Wasn't there another spider to the north as well, though? Unless he's starting to move. I mean, if I'm lucky, I might be able to lose the zombie inside this forest area, and then I can go ahead and carry on trying to ransack. Oh, hello. Now this one's on the main road. Oh shit! Dog didn't see me. That's good. This might have better been done under the dead of night. I think I am actually going to go back. I don't think there's heavy sticky. You see, let's actually equip that because we have nothing at all. I am hungry though, and it is going to start having a negative effect on my speed if we're not careful. And of course, I am quite cold and wet now. Oh fuck! The Zed's seen me. Shit. Should be able to run away quicker than he can get to me though. Although he's going to be here now. That's the only problem. See, now I wouldn't actually be too bothered if it was summer, because I could be able to just pick the berries. I want to just... yeah, strawberries ripen in summer. Now I need to be careful, because even though there is the mansion here, I don't want to alert any more Zeds. I just want to lose this one, which is what I've done, which I assume I've done. Yep, I think I have. And then we're going to go in here. Giant whip spider there, that's fine. Oh yeah, we got an NPC. I actually forgot about this dude. Oh god, I hope he doesn't see this. I hope he doesn't see the thingy. Hey Pilgrim, I really need your help. What's the matter? I'm infected. Oh dear. Got any advice? Pharmaceuticals. Yep. Right. So we're going to wait here for a bit until it gets night time, and then we're going to try this again. Maybe I should probably just get some more tailoring done while I'm waiting. Well, we're coming to half an hour into the video, so I think I'm actually just going to put a cut in here, and I'm going to go ahead and make some clothes while I'm doing that, and then I'll see you back here tonight. I'll see you later.